Hi, everybody. I just realized that I had all of these post-it notes on the top. All right, friends, welcome to the Hour of Power. I am so thankful that y'all are here on today. It is going to be a good day, right? Because last week we decided to make an executive decision that we were not going to co-work during our our Hour of Power office hours anymore. We were going to use this as a midweek reset. So I'll tell you more about those details. But if you are new here, go ahead and put in the chat, hey, Crystal Gail. Listen, it is Wild Wednesday, WINS Day. This is the time of week where we really go and grab wins, all right? And we celebrate them. There is nothing like celebrating who you are and what you do and what you've accomplished. And so if you feel like no one is celebrating you or has celebrated you, friend, you are in the right place. So let me back up a little bit and introduce who I am. My name is Crystal Gale. I am someone that does cheer you on. All right. I am someone that will absolutely make sure that you get it done. I am what they call a productivity coach. And I don't even like the term coach. All right. I'm your accountability partner. All right. I'm going to make sure that you get things done. And so I've been providing spaces, environments where people will come in and just get the work done. It's not a lot of coaching, not a lot of mentoring. We are just providing a space for you to come in and get things done. So if that's something that you know that you need, listen, some of you all don't need another coach, okay? You don't need another program, all right? You don't need to sign up for another service, all right? And that's what I do. I literally provide the environment and the space that you feel supported and that you can execute. And my tagline is be the wow because we're going to show up in excellence regardless of what's going on around us, right? Regardless of who says what and what you can do and what you can't do, we're still going to operate in excellence. All right. And that's what we have termed be the wow, despite your circumstances. Sorry, tongue tied. All right. So on today, and this is just like if you've been around, oh gosh, for the last couple of years, this is similar to what I used to do in Clubhouse. We would come in, give some words of encouragement. I will leave a little bit at the end for you all to come in and talk about your business. And so I will eventually, you can put it in the chat for now, but I eventually will invite people to join the live with me. Yeah. Are y'all ready for that? Because I am. I would love for you all to come and join the live with me. And so we will get to a point where there will be enough of people on the stage where we will have to cut it off. But y'all know, just like maybe you don't know, but for those that don't know, back in the day, we used to have to cut it off. All right. We used to say, hey, the first 5 people to raise their hands or join the link to join on stage. But those are the people that can talk about their business. So, and really, not even your business, whatever else you got going on. Because sometimes people are just like, hey, I'm hosting an event. I'm not necessarily a business owner, but I'm hosting an event and I would love for you all to support us. That was back when everything was virtual. Y'all remember when everything was virtual? I do. Okay. The world had shut down. But even when the world opened back up, we were still killing the game with virtual events, virtual meetups, all the things. And so I'm not saying that we got to get back to that, but I do understand how important that time was when we talk about building community. So I absolutely want to provide that platform for us to come on live if that's something that you want to do. If not, drop in the chat right now who you are, what you do. You never know who's going to come across these videos because I absolutely do pitch to brands. You never know who may see these videos because I'm sending these lives, even the ones that I did with the co-working. Y'all, I've gotten brand deals because of those videos. I'm just saying, you don't know who may see information about your business on my YouTube channel. All right. So I'll give you all 2 seconds to go ahead and start typing. But while you're typing, friends, today we're going to be talking about something that actually happened last week in real time. So you don't really need paper or pen today, but I want to make sure that you all have your focus fuel because even though we won't be co-working during this hour, I want you to be focused. So I got a little bit of CFA, and I'm not going to shout them out because Y'all know who CFA is. I have some unsweet and diet lemonade that are mixed together. I don't know what they call it. They call it sunrise or whatnot, but got my CFA drink with me on today. And that's my focus fuel because the coffee that I had this morning had your girl wired up. And so that's the only thing you need today is your focus fuel. If you have your water, put in the chat. I got my water, Crystal Gale. If you have something else to drink, shut your drink out, okay? And that focus, drink, and fuel is for you to remember that even when you all are working hard, you're working throughout your day, you still have to fuel your body and stay hydrated. That's why I push it so hard because oftentimes, especially those that are working from home all day long, you can get so locked in that you forget to one, get up, but two, hydrate your body. Are you even drinking anything? Oh, okay. Just checking, okay? But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. And so if you remember last week, I believe I came in I didn't have what I needed. Came in disheveled. Like everything was just like, all right, y'all, we were gonna co-work today, but scratch that. We're not doing it, right? And so if I can set the scene for you all, the reason how all of that transpired because I was still trying to figure out how the logistics for the co-working space virtually on YouTube was going to work. I had been receiving some feedback because people are used to me talking. When they come into the YouTube live, they're like, I don't hear anything. So I switched it up. I said, let me go get some music. All right. And then there's a funny thing with YouTube. All right. Shout out to YouTube. I love y'all. Invite me to your next event because I haven't heard back from y'all since the first event this year. Would love to attend another one. But when it came to finding royalty free music, that was an issue as well. I found a solution, but I didn't necessarily like the music because I can't necessarily play my music that I typically will listen to while I'm co working with the folks that are in office hours. And honestly, I don't know if my people enjoy the music, and I don't think I let it play out enough to even ask them or even want to know I didn't feel good about how the space was being set up. And so I had to take a step back. And this happened all in real time last week, y'all. I had to take a step back, like right before I jumped on. I said, Crystal, what do you really want to do? And that's how it was. It was like, Crystal, what do you really want to do? I just want to talk to my people. Okay, talk to your people. And that's what I did last week, y'all. If you go back to last week's live, I didn't have good lighting. We're gonna talk about that. I didn't have my lighting set up. I had it set up, but the ring light died, y'all. The ring light died last week. I don't know if anybody in YouTube world has a ring light, but that's rare for your ring light to just doo-doo-doo, like just die. I tried a different plug, it didn't work. I took it out of the extension cord and put it in the wall, didn't work. It just died on me. Did I stop? No, I didn't stop. I went live and we just did what we needed to do. And when I tell you I didn't have no notes. I didn't have anything. Everything just came off the dome for that hour. And so I'm here to tell you all everything you need, you already have. Everything you need to be impactful and to do the assignment that you were called to do, you already have. If I had to give a title for today's session, Our Power, you already got it. You already have it. If you're from the South like me, you already got it. You already got it. You have it. Okay. And so when I say you already have what you need, I thought that I needed to have this very particular strategy when it came to YouTube. No, I just needed to go back to what I was used to doing and what I knew already was more impactful for my audience. Listen, and I got to back up a little bit because some of you all already have access to a community that you are not even tapped in with now. You have left these people out to dry. There are cheerleaders and people that literally consider themselves part of your community, and you're not even pouring into them. I I, I was guilty. If I went live, I could switch platforms right now, mid sentence, and pop up over on IG, and people would engage. And I asked me when the last time I went live on IG. Ask me. I bet you people be like, "Hey, Crystal girl, where you been?" Blah 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 blah. Listen, some of you already have access to communities and people that will literally show up if you just go live. And some of you all going live is not your thing. Maybe just hosting the event, planning the workshop, showing up how your community is accustomed to you showing up. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the reasons why I personally stopped showing up how I used to show up because it was draining. I mean, I showed up every single weekday morning. Hey, everybody, welcome to the, what was it? Welcome to Wake Up and Be the Wow. My name is Crystal Gale. We are here Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m., rain or sunshine. Like I had a whole intro, and I used to be here every single weekday, Monday through Friday. Clubhouse, would get off Clubhouse, go to IG, had a moment where I would be on Facebook, and I would just show up consistently, and it was draining. It was draining. Hey, Shree. She said, I figured out how to chat. Hey, girl. Welcome to the chat, girl. And I just want y'all to know that you already have the things that you need to do. You don't have, listen, I need you all to step back and think about, what do I have access to right now? What do you have access to right now? I know I have access to a community. I know I have access to a list of emails. Email the people, invite them to the live. That's what I did. I sent out an email. If you're on my newsletter list about 5 minutes ago before the top of the hour, you should have received an email. Literally, the link to the live was inside the email. I had maybe like 3 sentences. The subject line was like going live in 5 minutes or something like that. I sent that email up like earlier, like on Sunday night, Monday. I can't remember. But you already have the tools and the access to do what you are supposed to do right now. You already have it. So going back to my story, because last week I didn't know how the YouTube live thing was going to go. I was trying to stream from Zoom. My lighting had crashed. But this is where the title really drives home for me. Ask me why. And I told one of my clients in the live, like after everything was done, I said, my ring light died, but guess what I got in my closet? Ask me why I have studio lighting that I haven't been using. I mean, studio, top tier studio lighting in my closet. I'm using it right now. I wish I could turn my camera around without y'all seeing my whole entire space, but listen, the studio lighting is lighting. It's being used. And I didn't want to pull all of this stuff out of the closet because it's a lot of equipment. But some of y'all already have what you need and you don't want to pull it out for whatever reason. I have my reason why I didn't want to pull everything out. But this is your reminder. Some of you all already have it. And for some reason, you're not pulling on it. You're not trying to pull it out the closet. Why? And I don't even want to call it being lazy because I had my reasons. I had my reasons. I was like, I am not pulling this stuff out. I'm not. And one day I'm going to share why, but I had to pull out at least one light. I had to at least pull out one light for this because I was like, I'm not buying another ring light. I'm not like when I have studio equipment, literally backdrops. If y'all wanted to do headshots, I could literally do them at my house because I already have the equipment. Y'all have what you need to get it done. And even before this live, I was talking to my client. I was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna be on two different devices." Like, I set up the live wrong because I should have streamed from Zoom instead of just setting up the live directly on YouTube. I was like, "I'm not gonna cancel the live because it's linked in my email, and people are gonna be clicking on that to come directly to the email, and I don't want them to come to an error message because I decided to schedule another live." Blah blah blah. Y'all understand. And so I just went live. There are going to be hurdles that y'all have to go over. Are you going to let that stop you? I'm not. I'm not. Y'all are going to have distractions. I talked about distractions with someone today. Are you going to let that stop you? You may have to pivot for the day. You may have to pivot for a moment, but are you going to let that stop you? I could have easily said, I don't have no ring light. I'm not going live no more. People not showing up. I'm not going live no more. I'm tired of trying to figure out how to stream this thing. I'm not going live no more. Y'all, I can count how many times someone has showed up to these lives. And I've since going live, I've already secured a brand deal. Like, what are we doing here? I keep on talking to y'all like y'all have been around for a long time. Some of y'all have, some of y'all haven't. Friends, you don't need, and I'm telling you this from experience, you don't need thousands, hundreds of people to make this thing go. Solopreneurs, if your prices are high enough, you only need a couple of people. All right. My office hours service is not a high ticket item, but it will eventually funnel people into a high ticket item. I'm building leaders in my office hours right now. This is impact work. I don't know what y'all are doing, but y'all already have access to what you need to do what you've been called to do. I see Sheree in the chat. She says, I have it. And every time I tell myself, stop being shy and watching everyone else on social media, I fuss at myself Monday. I'm in Virginia working. Girl, I know you're not working 24/7. At some point, you can go live. You can. If that's what you're supposed to be doing, you absolutely. Friends, some of y'all, you don't need equipment. This is enough. Set that bad boy up. And this is a magnet, y'all. I promise you. I will put this on a pole and record. I have done it. This thing has been on a trash can in the middle of downtown Atlanta, and I've recorded. Everywhere I go, if I feel like talking to y'all about something, put this magnet up on something metal and go. Getting B-roll content where I'm walking indoors, establishment. I'm like, oh, this looks like a nice little setting. I love this. This is cute. We're pretty in pink today. Let me record some of this. I don't know when I'm gonna pull that content out of my phone, but I got it. I decided to just record myself getting my hair done on Saturday. Don't judge me now because I'm getting braids in like 7 days. No, not 7 days, like 4. I just had to go get it washed real good before I get my braids. But that content that I did at the hair salon this past weekend, people are still talking about, "Oh my gosh, Rizzo, your hair's so cute. Oh my god." Still talking. Still. And you know what I did for those people that came into my DMs talking about your hair is cute. I said, yes, I've been using office hours to do my content because I edited that video when I was doing office hours and it took off. I don't know what else to tell y'all except that you already have it. You already got it. Stop, and I hate to say this, the P word, stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses. Stop saying, I'll get to it. One thing that I have not done, and I mean, I'm just so thankful for grace. I'm thankful for the opportunity to just be able to still get wins. Is that I'm not even showing up how I'm supposed to show up on social media. Y'all, I'm literally operating at about 35% of my potential and what I know. There's a difference in what I know and what I can do. I know I'm supposed to be doing something else when it comes to content. And I'm only showing up at 30%. 30, I said 35. 35, I'll give myself grace. 35% of what I know I'm capable of and what I'm supposed to be. Because some of you all are capable of doing things, but you're not supposed to be doing that. I know for a fact I'm supposed to be showing up differently on social media. Y'all know I'm religious. I have been given strict instructions. And I just be over here just being hard headed. That's why it don't matter how I show up on social media this year because I know I'm supposed to show up, but because I like to operate in excellence and I know that I already got this equipment and things, y'all, like, are we starting a podcast? What are we doing? I have literally any and everything that I'm supposed to like use to get this social media stuff going. I already have the equipment. I bought it all. I have mics and literally I probably need to start using my mics because I have two sets. I have like a portable mic and then, stuff that you can like plug in or what like I have all the things. I need to start using my stuff, y'all. So before we get out of here, because I did write some notes down today, I want y'all to put in the chat, what are y'all committing to? You already know what you're supposed to be doing. What are you committing to doing? And I'm not looking for no laundry list, but honestly, like, what is something that you know that you can do because you already have access to get it done? You already got it. You just been dragging your feet, or you haven't seen that you already had access to get it done until you listen to this video. Because some of y'all are watching this on the replay, because I'm going to send this out to everyone after this. You already got it. You already have what you need. Again, that's the title that we're going with for today. And I keep on saying that because at some point I'm going to go back and edit this video title and put you already have what you need or you already got it. Depends on how I feel when I actually change it. Okay. So put in the chat what you are committing to because it's definitely time to move. I don't know about you, but it's time to move. And if I had to give y'all 3 points, and I wrote this down, clarity comes from movement. Cause I love y'all, but y'all really do be like brain dumping and like, cause I taught y'all to always like get it out of here, get it on paper. But I feel like I'm having to backtrack because I keep on saying, okay, get it out, but y'all don't be executing. Y'all be dragging your feet with the execution. And this is why we have office hours this year. And I ain't been doing a lot of coaching. Because some of y'all already know what to do. And for those that don't, you're gonna need a couple of one-on-ones because I'm not really doing a lot of coaching this year. This is more the execution year. But you're not gonna start getting the clarity that you really need until you start moving because you're gonna come into some like let's be real. You're going to come into hiccups, just like I did with me going live. Like I was like, wait, this doesn't feel right. I'm not really getting the same response that I typically do when I like it don't feel like y'all. The moment that I said that I was going to go live on YouTube and do the co-working piece, it didn't feel right. I know what it feels, and I'm not chasing a feeling, but you know what your community responds to and what they don't respond to. If you're in tune, if you're not there yet, you don't have a community, that's a whole nother conversation. And you desire a community because you're selling services, products, or whatnot. That's a whole nother conversation. We'll get there. Because at some point, the reason why we're doing this, and I even received clarity from one of my clients, is that the reason why we have to do these YouTube lives the way that we're doing them now is because I got to prepare y'all to get in office hours to execute. That's all this is. So I had to think about Crystal. This looks very familiar. You set up Clubhouse the way that you did back in the day because you knew that you were preparing people to be amazing leaders in the future. And I wish I could like create this like master list of who was there and who, and who actually flourished after the room was closed, after those four digital walls were down. Y'all, the types of leaders that came out of that space, I'm still in awe even to this day. That was nothing but a God thing. Because if you knew what was really going on behind the scenes in my life, you'd be like, girl, how did you even show up? Because I knew what's bigger than me. I started the space out of something so selfish. But I quickly turned into a we over me type thing. It was like, "Oh no, this is not just for me. This is above Crystal Gale right now." And I started to see the transformation happen in real time. And to this day, I'm like, the funny part is that even this morning, I said, "Y'all know the blueprint when it comes to community. We did it for 3 years in Clubhouse. Like, what's the disconnect? Nothing has changed. Do y'all ever wish that the world was shut down again just so y'all can get like a redo when it comes to certain things? Oh, it's just me. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, just checking. Just checking. Okay, just me. Because honestly, if I had a pandemic redo, I would absolutely run this playback again. Because everybody's in the house. They don't really have a lot of distractions. But I would run this playback again and double time what I did during the pandemic. Literally. You live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. But just to go back to my first point is that clarity comes with movement. Y'all got to move. If y'all like Crystal, I don't know what I'm supposed to do because you're not executing. You're not moving towards anything. You're just sitting there doodling in your journals. I know y'all gonna hate me because I'm gonna talk about these journals. Some of y'all need to go find them journals that y'all be writing in. Go back to the one that you wrote in 2019, 2023, and see what it said. Did you move on any of that stuff? I'm just wondering. You wrote it down for a reason. And sometimes you don't. It's not for that season, right? But you wrote it down for a reason. Somebody told me, not somebody, but one of my mentors told me to go back and look at what I said about my other business. Y'all, some of the strategies that I wrote down for that specific business, I'm about to run those plays. And the 2026 gonna look real different around here. Cause I'm like, you know, you created this FOMO for that business, right? Because I have not posted one thing. The website is down on purpose. People were literally DMing me, calling me because there's like a national event that happens. It's really international that happens every year. People were calling, hey, do you have products? Blah blah blah. I said, actually, I just gave away the last bit of my products earlier this year, which I did. I absolutely did. I took those products to an event, in-person event, and gave them all away. Every single last product. The products that I have now are mine. They're mine, but like they're mine, right? I'm not gonna give away my products for that I have saved for me. I gotta keep some, for my archives or whatnot. But the things that I wrote down about that business, I was like, Crystal, this is wild. And you could very much run the play in 2026. Y'all are not going to get clarity on exactly what you're supposed to be doing until you execute. That's the point number one. And I've been talking for 30 minutes. Wow. Number two, you already have enough to start. I've been saying that for the last 30 minutes. You already have enough. Do y'all know I could have said, I'm not gonna come live. No, nobody's showing up. My lighting's a little looking funny. Listen, you already have enough to start. Some of y'all are sitting on multiple figure ideas. And I hate that for you because you think because of the lack of money, the lack of access, the lack of resources is preventing you from starting. Some of y'all just need to go to the library and ask the librarian to get you connected to grant opportunities. Some of y'all just need to go to a networking event and talk to people and stop just sitting there consuming all the information. You need to talk about your idea. And you know how some people are like, "Oh, I don't wanna tell everybody my idea because somebody's gonna steal the idea, Crystal." Sis. Bruh. If they steal the idea from you, it was never yours. It was never yours. And you didn't execute on it enough. I'm sorry. You didn't execute on it enough. Like, I'm not telling you to go tell somebody your whole entire business plan, but some of you all just need to open your mouth because you don't know who can give you clarity and help you move forward. I can't tell you how many times people have just like randomly came and talked to me. I'll be in an Uber or Lyft, and somebody would tell me about their business idea, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, do this A, B, and C." And imagine if they would had not opened their mouth, they would have never gotten clarity on how easy and simple their business idea was that they could have executed a long time ago. And I do that for fun. I love when people come ask me or tell me about their business. I'm like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. You should have you thought about doing this?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't." Y'all, it happens all the time. The funny part is that it typically will happen on vacation, and I'll randomly be in a different country talking to somebody. They're like, "Wait, that's a great idea." And then my family has to remind me to shut it down because I'm not working. I'm on vacation because it naturally comes to me. Y'all don't know who you will randomly run into. And by you opening your mouth, they'll bless you with that clarity that you need. I listen, don't let me talk about office hours. Don't give me the floor to ask a question about office hours because I'm always going to ask. Because even like I was like, this just seems so simple. Providing a space for people to just come work. I'm like, Crystal, people have done this before. It's a virtual co working space, literally. Instead of having a brick and mortar, you have a virtual space, Zoom. Now, will people pay for that? Heck yeah. They're paying for it now. And it just seems almost too simple for me to grasp the concept sometimes. And so I even had to like coach myself and say, Crystal, you're literally solving a problem, especially solopreneurs that are constantly working alone. They get tired of having to spend $5 at the coffee shop to just sit in the space because they don't want to just sit in the room and not, pay for the Wi-Fi. Like people come up with all types of excuses, like, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to go to Starbucks anymore because, like, I feel like I'm having to pay $5 to $10 every time I go there on coffee and food, blah 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 blah," and that's starting to rack up. And I tell them, stop spending money at your local coffee shop. If you need co-working space and you want to be around people, make your coffee at home and pay for office hours. And the amount of money that you would have paid for a week's worth of food and coffee at the coffee shop, you get unlimited access here in office hours for the month. It's a win-win. You get community Not saying that you shouldn't never leave your house and work, but oftentimes I'm really a virtual community and people outside. Do both. But don't feel like you have to go broke trying to create a community outside of your home just because you're like in dire need of coworkers, people to bounce ideas off of. That's what we're doing in office hours. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. We're talking, we're venting, right? I don't know if y'all have ever worked from a coffee shop before, but sometimes people be in the zone and they don't want you to talk to them. They don't want you to talk to them in that space whatsoever. We don't do that over here. We provide the 5-minute breaks during each working block so that you can talk about your woes, your wins, and we're going to celebrate you. We're going to give you some feedback, whatever you need in that space. It's not just some place that you can just go work in. We are literally creating a community. All right. So let me go to the chat real quick before I give y'all point number 3. And I see got some text messages coming through. Hold on, friends. Let me make sure this is not a client. Oh, okay. Awesome. I got like 2 important text messages. Wow. Okay. Cherie says, I set a 6-week goal since I'm here in Virginia. Lose weight, hair growth, work on my marketing. I will go live. Period, sis. Do all of the above. Okay. Because if you're there for 6 weeks, I don't know about y'all, but I can shift a whole lot of stuff in 6 weeks. That's a month and a half. Give me 6 weeks. I will come back lighter. Especially if somebody is providing my food. They gave me a budget for food because I know what Shree does. So if somebody else is paying for my food or ask me, hey, can we get a grocery list going for you? Absolutely. This is what I need. Okay. Hair growth. Girl, you about on the same wavelength. Y'all, I'm trying to grow this hair. I'm trying. It's growing too. It is actually growing. I went from a very short pixie cut. I mean, like short pixie cut to it's giving length now. So yeah, I'm very proud of my hair growth because yeah, if you know my story, there was a time where I was absolutely bald. I'm not even kidding, like bald, not like fade bald, but like I was bald. And it was because of medical reasons. But we're here now and we're much better. Okay. Your marketing and you will go live. Shree, I love that. We got to chat, friend. I know you on a working assignment, but we definitely got to chat. She said, also shut everyone down for 6 weeks. No notice. I will focus on me. Girl, that's a whole nother topic. I told my best friend yesterday she need to put herself on do not disturb. Sorry, Frida. I had to talk about you on my live because some of you all absolutely need to put yourself on do not disturb so that you can focus on you. Now, that's a little bit different when you have kids and you have a spouse, you have responsibilities, but you got to find some time. If you're not like me, single, ready to mingle, all the things, not ready to mingle, but like single, you have no real responsibilities outside of feeding a dog and keeping your oil changed. Y'all don't mind me, but you absolutely should find time to like I literally could go on do not disturb for a week. As long as I check in with my core people, like, hey, this is what I got going on. Good. But some of you all, you have those responsibilities where you absolutely cannot do that for too long unless you communicate the need. But if you have the pleasure to do that, you are privileged enough to be able to step away. You absolutely should find time to say, hey, I need to put myself on do not disturb from everybody else. Okay. And I need to get refocus, reset, work on my goals. Sheree, I love your goals that you have for the next 6 weeks. I think that's beautiful, right? And for those that don't have the luxury to do that, where you are on do not disturb, you shut everyone out for 6 weeks, and like y'all, some like realistically, a lot of people can't do that. Can you find an hour in your day to shut it down? Can you say after 8 p.m.? I'm not talking to nobody. My kids should be in bed by then. Hubby, my spouse partner is out, not out, but like getting prepared for bed. They're doing their thing. They don't really need me, you know. Okay, every week, once a week after 8 p.m., that's my time to check in with me, shut it down, and I don't go to bed until 11 o'clock that night. So that's 8 to 9, 9 to 10. That's 3 hours of do not disturb. D and D, where it's just you, and you. Okay. That's one of the reasons why I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I don't care if I'm not going nowhere. Between 4:30 and 7 a.m., that is me time. It's really me and God's time, but it's me time. Okay. I'm talking to God. I'm asking for guidance. Cause y'all, I can't even explain how big of assignment I have here on this earth. I hope these videos outlive me. Like literally, I hope these live videos outlive me so that people can be like, man, Crystal really lived out the vision that God had for her. And not trying to get like super religious or anything, y'all, but like that's how big I truly like that's how much I truly believe that my assignment is way bigger than me. It's not about me, y'all. It's about the people that I'm called to help. And I can't even stress y'all how if it was up to me, I would be in somebody's cubicle doing what I wanted to do and not what I've been called to do. Let that sink in. Okay. Oh, Shree, I see your comment. She says she has a business startup for hair growth products and oils. Girl, I can be your UGC content creator. Let me know. Send me a bottle. Let me know how much it is. Send me a bottle once you're ready. I'm about to get braids on Saturday. Send me a bottle. I'll use it. Now, I'm very particular about my scalp, y'all. I kid you not. Like, I really cannot. Argan oil is the only thing. Sorry, sidetrack, y'all. Argan oil is like literally the only thing that really works with my hair. I don't know what it is. Like, there's just something. Yeah, something. My scalp is just super sensitive. But anywho, send me some oil, Shree. Thank you. All right, y'all. Getting back to point number 3 because we got to get up out of here. I didn't talk for almost 45 minutes. All right. Number 3 is fear is not always a stop sign. Did I say this last week? Fear is not always a stop sign. Because I wrote out that clarity comes from movement and you already have enough, but fear is not always a stop sign. I added that in because some of y'all are not moving, even though you have access to everything that you need to go. You wake up with fear on the mind. You wake up with fear literally meeting you at the end of your bed. You're like, man, I know I should go to the gym, but I don't want nobody to be talking about how I look when I'm on the machine. So what? I know I should go live, Crystal, but my lives aren't aesthetically pleasing. So what? Literally, what's this going on my wall? Only reason why I didn't see that originally because I had posted. I forgot when I go live directly on YouTube, like they don't see, like they see all the backgrounds, all this, okay? And I don't even know if I can blur it out. I don't even know. I don't even care to know right now. I'll figure it out eventually because I'm not letting that prevent me from talking about what I've been called to talk about today. Okay. Yep, y'all could see, like, I have post-it notes everywhere. My business ideas are on the wall. I had to yank them down. The first 10 seconds of the video, I like realized. So if y'all go back and watch this, you'll see me like ripping everything down off the wall. Like, oh shoot. Like, oh shoot, I need to take this stuff down, right? Exactly. Okay. So with that being said, I want you all to say tomorrow when you wake up, okay, fear will not get the best of me. Okay. Fear will not get the best of me. And I have shout out to my mentor. She has a business that she's working on. And I'm really excited for her because, it's about grief. And she mentioned something about just how people look at grief or whatnot. And, she has a whole tagline. Now, I'm not going to say it online because she's working on some things with that. But it just reminded me that a lot of these things that we're dealing with try to act like your friend, right? And it's not. Because they're like, oh no, you're comfortable. You don't gotta go live, girl. They'll sign up for your services. Don't worry about it. You don't have to post no content. And some of y'all absolutely don't have to post content. But if you know you've been called to do these things, you've been called to do certain things to make this thing go, why aren't you doing them? And I'm talking to me too. I know for a fact that I'm supposed to be doing all these things. And even I allow fear sometimes to creep in. But every day I say, Crystal, do what you're supposed to do. Today was a good day. We we're here on live. Today's a good day. Today is absolutely a good day. Okay. And so if I had to do a closing real quick, because it's already 12:46, I want you all to think about two things. I already said number one, what do you need to move on? What do you need to move on? And number two, what do you need to tell fear? I'll mirror it. Number one, for me, I need to sneeze. Number one for me, I need to continue posting regularly on socials and pitching regularly to the brands that I would like to work with. And what do I need to tell fear? I've been called to do this work. Leave me alone. I've been called. Listen, fear. If you got issues with Crystal Gale, you're gonna have to take it up with God. Okay, fear. Listen, I've been called to do this work. I keep on telling people, if it was up to me, I would not. It's bigger than me, so I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all, I got like 20 different things that I could be working on right now, and not necessarily for business. Like, there's literally other things that I need to be working on right now. But I'm showing up because I've been called to show up in this space. So I will leave you all with that. If you're watching the replay, put it in the chat. Okay. What do you need to move on? And what do you need to tell fear? What do you need to move on? And what do you need to tell fear? So I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me the last 48 minutes here on this live. I really appreciate you all. Again, my name is Crystal Gale. All right. I am here to support you and help you show up as the wow on and off these internet streets. Because some of you all are amazing online, but you trash out in the street. That was mean to say, Crystal. Y'all, I'm still working. Give me grace. That was so mean. Some of y'all trash. I gotta do better, y'all. No, for real. Like, not even playing. Y'all are amazing individuals, but like honestly, like sometimes I feel like there's still space for character building. And it includes me as well. Like y'all see, I had to quickly correct myself. So sorry for the dog barking in the background. He wants some attention, and I'm gonna give it to him in about 5 minutes. But as we shut it down for today, I just want you all to know that you already have what you need. I told y'all the example of the lighting. That completely shut down right before I went live on last week, but I still showed up. And not only did that one live impact others because I got feedback from that live, but also it impacted my mindset and it gave me the fuel that I needed to keep going. And I love that for me. I love that for all of us because I'm a living witness that this thing can go if you just lock in. And I'm not saying be hard on yourself. Like, this should be, listen, a lot of this stuff should come with ease. It should come with ease. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, some of it will come with ease. And then other parts of it, it will be hard because I knew I was supposed to come live on YouTube, but it started to feel weird. And I was like, well, am I? Yes, Crystal, you're supposed to go live. Keep it simple. If I had to give y'all a bonus point, keep it simple. Some of y'all are coming up with these extravagant business plans and strategies, and that it don't take all that. You know, at the beginning of this video or midpoint, I was like, I can't believe the concept of office hours is just taking off how it is because I'm literally, and I don't want to say just, but I'm literally just providing a space. And I'm like, well, Crystal, if you had a brick and mortar, that's all it would be too. You're providing a space, but then you have to say, no, it's not just. You're providing a community. You're providing a safe space. You're providing support, especially for solopreneurs where they may not be able to get that unless they show up in a type of community that is providing that. So I don't know what else y'all want from this live on today. But I'm here to tell you all that you already have what you need. It's the dog with the confirmation for me. I hear you, Dallas. I'm coming. So before we leave out today, y'all, let's toast. Let's toast to the future because I want you all, for those that actually have things coming up, drop it in the chat. Like if you have events coming up, you have a matter of fact, some of y'all were supposed to put in who you are and what you do in the chat, and you haven't done that yet. I want us to literally take a moment. Who are you? And let me make sure that I have no other messages that have come through because I have had several people text me. I got to remind people that I actually do go live on. I'm going to make this a um a regular thing for Wednesdays. I wasn't going to make it a regular event for Wednesdays, but I like Wow Wednesdays. Okay? I like Wild Wednesdays, and it's not just Wednesday like the week, but it's Wednesday, WINS day. Okay, so I'm gonna put in the chat. Am I gonna type it in the chat? Maybe not, but I'm gonna put in here at some point, maybe when the live close, exactly who I am and what I do, so that y'all can mirror. If you're watching this video and you see the replay of the chat come up, write in who you are and what you do so that we can go back and follow you. Okay, so that we can connect with you. Don't be afraid to put your website in the chat as well. Listen, over here, we're sharing space. I'm not charging nobody to shout their business out or nothing like that. Listen, what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. Okay, all right. So everybody take 2 seconds. Let's take 20 seconds. I'm gonna put mine in here. So I'm not gonna type it, but I'm gonna say it, and then because that'll remind me what I need to put in the chat as well. So I'm Crystal Gale. All right. I help. Remember, y'all, if you have a business, you have a community, put in who you help. I help entrepreneurs and leaders stop overthinking and start finishing through what? Structured accountability. Let me say that again. I help entrepreneurs and leaders, C suite executives, start finishing and stop overthinking through structured accountability. How do I do that? I host office hours, friends. That is live work sessions where you get things done in real time. No over planning, no dragging it into next week. Just execution. This is my favorite line. Get in the room and get it done. Simple as that, y'all. That's all I need in the chat. I'm Crystal Gale, and I have entrepreneurs and leaders stop overthinking and start finishing. Okay? Through how am I doing that? Through structured accountability. I host office hours. What are office hours, Crystal? I got you. They're live work sessions where you get things done in real time. No over planning, no dragging it into next week, just execution. Get in the room, get it done. Simple as that, y'all. That's all you need in the chat. Okay? It is 12:55. I am done for the day. I hope that y'all got something from this hour of power. I hope that it was the reset that you needed. I hope that it was the reset that you needed to get things done. I know the dog is like, yes, yes, y'all got this. Okay? Y'all come back next week. I'm going to have something else for y'all. I want you all to come live. If you can, go ahead and schedule it out for next week, same time, Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just go ahead and schedule it out. All right. The dog even said okay. All right. So I appreciate y'all for stopping in on today. If you're watching the replay, I really appreciate you for watching the replay because I realized that y'all be running those numbers up after. I love that because that actually helps my YouTube journey. So if this resonates with you, do me a favor, share this out to a friend, especially if they're entrepreneurs. Remember, I'm helping leaders and entrepreneurs, especially those solopreneurs. If you know you are a solopreneur, you got to get in the room. I'm not trying, I'm using these YouTube lives that prepare you to get in the room for office hours. That's the goal. So we're not doing no coaching once you get to office hours. This is your time to get coached. So you see how I was talking to Shree in the chat the whole time? If you got something to say, come to the live so that I can coach you during this hour and you'll be ready for office hours when that time comes. So if you know that you already want to get in the room, go to the link in my bio. I will also link it in the chat below. We would love to have you. We're there Monday through Friday from 9 to 12, unless I absolutely have something to do and I don't have another facilitator to cover the space for me. But that hasn't happened yet. Okay. But I know that there may come a time. So the schedule as of right now is from 9 to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we meet 2 evenings every week. Those days do change. As of right now, they're Mondays and Tuesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because after that, we in the bed, y'all. We in the bed. All right. So again, I would love for you all to join us in office hours. Come to the live so we can prep you for the office hours. And when you get in office hours, you go in there and you execute and get things done. All right, friends. Again, my name is Crystal Gale. I would love to connect with you, whether it's here on YouTube or other platforms. Look for Hey Crystal Gale, and I promise you, I will help you be the wow. All right, friends, we're going to go ahead and close out this live. Have a great day on purpose, and I will see you next week. All right, we're going to close out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, friends.